There is one daily habit so simple, so ordinary, and so overlooked that most seniors don't realize its power. Yet doctors, neurologists, and longevity researchers around the world are now sounding the alarm, saying that if people over 60 practice this single habit every day, up to 90% of age-related diseases could disappear slowly, quietly, and naturally. Memory decline would slow, blood vessels would unclog, cancer risk would drop, inflammation would shrink, and the body, even at 70 or 80, would begin repairing itself in surprising ways. The habit I am talking about is not a supplement. It is not a special diet. It is not exercise. It costs nothing. It requires no equipment, no gym membership, and no complicated instructions. It is something humans were designed to do from birth, but somehow, modern life, especially retirement life, has nearly erased it. And because of this, millions of seniors are experiencing dizziness, brain fog, joint pain, high blood pressure, and emotional stress that doctors say could be dramatically reduced simply by restoring this single daily behavior. I want you to imagine this. A 74-year-old man named Richard from Minnesota had been struggling with early memory problems for 2 years. He often forgot small things: where he put his glasses, what he walked into a room, for the name of a neighbor. He assumed this was simply aging. But after his doctor suggested focusing on this one forgotten habit, Richard committed to it every day. Within 3 weeks, his mind felt clearer. His energy rose, his sleep improved, his mood softened. He said, "I feel 10 years younger." Doctors were not surprised. In fact, many of them now believe this habit is one of the most powerful natural medicines the human body has ever had. And here is the shocking truth. Most seniors stop doing it around the age of 40 without even realizing it, and the body has been quietly suffering ever since. Today, you and I are going to uncover exactly what that habit is and why restoring it after 60 can transform the body from the inside out. You'll hear 6 powerful science-backed reasons this daily practice helps prevent memory loss, reduces cancer, causing inflammation, strengthens blood vessels, improves circulation, lowers stress hormones, and even supports emotional calm. You will also hear stories from older adults who completely changed their health by applying this habit correctly. People in their 70s and 80s who noticed results faster than they ever expected. Before we get into the details, I want to address something important. I know that many seniors watching this may feel discouraged by their health. You may be dealing with chronic conditions, painful joints, fatigue, or fear of decline. And it may feel like the best years of your body are behind you. But please hear this. With your whole heart, your body still wants to heal. It has not stopped trying. And this habit gives it the tools to repair itself far more effectively than most people realize. A neurologist once said, "The human body is like a self-cleaning machine, but only if you activate the cleaning mode every day." This one daily habit is exactly what activates that mode. In a moment, we will break down the 6 life-changing benefits you can expect when you bring this habit back into your routine. You will learn why it clears mental fog, why it lowers cancer risk, why it improves circulation, why it helps your heart, and why it supports long-term vitality even at an advanced age. But first, let me give you one simple teaser. A research team from Stanford discovered that people over 60 who practiced this habit for even 10 minutes a day showed measurable improvements in brain function, emotional balance, and cellular health. 10 minutes. 10 minutes to awaken the healing systems inside your own body. And here's the best part. This habit is gentle, soothing, and enjoyable once you understand how to do it. Seniors who learn it often say it becomes the best part of their day, and many wish they had discovered it decades earlier. Before we go deeper, I want to ask you something. If you find videos like this helpful, please comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe to Senior Ways. Your support helps us reach more seniors who deserve this knowledge. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you will understand why this simple habit has the power to change your life. Now that you're here with me, let's uncover exactly why this overlooked practice can eliminate so many diseases after 60, starting with the first major benefit that most people never see coming. Main point number 1. It cleans out your brain, the same way a river washes away dirt. The simple daily habit we're talking about is deep, slow, deliberate breathing, something most people stop doing correctly by middle age. Doctors call it diaphragmatic breathing, but seniors know it simply as the kind of breathing you used to do naturally when you were young, energetic, and full of life. For years, scientists believed breathing was just about oxygen. But now we know that slow, deep breathing activates a powerful system inside the body called the glymphatic system, the brain's natural cleansing network. Think of it as a quiet river that washes away waste toxins and dead cells that build up inside the brain. When seniors breathe shallowly, which most do without realizing it, this system shuts down. Waste accumulates, brain fog grows, memory weakens, dizziness becomes more common. Many older adults assume this is aging, when in reality the brain simply hasn't been cleaned in decades. Richard, the 74-year-old from Minnesota I mentioned earlier, had spent years taking quick chest breaths. His body was always in a subtle state of tension, and his brain felt cloudy. When he started practicing 10 minutes of slow belly breathing every day, his mind felt sharper within weeks. On his best days, he said he felt like he was rebooting his brain. Neurologists explain that deep breathing pulls more oxygen into the lowest parts of the lungs, where tiny air sacs sit unused by shallow breathers. These areas send rich oxygen to the brain and trigger the glymphatic system to turn on. This is why memory improves, why older adults feel mentally lighter, and why many report fewer headaches, less fogginess, and better concentration. If you want your brain to wake up, breathe the way your body was designed to breathe. Long, slow, gentle, and deep, a natural river, washing away decades of mental debris. Main point number 2, it lowers cancer, causing inflammation hidden inside your cells. Imagine a fire quietly burning in your body every day, not one you can see, but one that slowly damages cells, accelerates aging, and increases the risk of cancer. Doctors call this chronic inflammation, and it is one of the biggest killers of people over 60. The surprising truth is that deep daily breathing is one of the most powerful ways to extinguish this hidden fire. Here's why. When you breathe deeply, your diaphragm moves downward and your belly expands. This activates a nerve called the vagus nerve, which signals the body to shift into healing mode. Stress hormones drop, blood vessels relax. The immune system stops attacking itself. Inflammation cools down. A study from Harvard found that seniors who practiced deep breathing twice a day had significantly lower levels of inflammatory markers in their blood, the same markers linked to cancer, heart disease, and autoimmune disorders. The researchers were stunned. They expected small benefits, not dramatic changes, but the body responds instantly when it feels safe, calm, and oxygenated. Let me tell you about Maria, a 68-year-old retired nurse from New Jersey. She had struggled with chronic inflammation for years, which caused joint pain, swollen hands, and constant fatigue. Her doctor recommended medications, but Maria wanted to try lifestyle changes first. She committed to deep diaphragmatic breathing for 15 minutes each morning and 10 minutes before bed. Within a month, her joint pain decreased. Her energy rose. Her skin even looked brighter. Her doctor ran new blood tests and found her inflammation levels had dropped by nearly 40%. Maria said something beautiful. "For the first time in years, my body feels peaceful inside." This isn't magic, it is biology. Deep breathing sends a message to every cell that the body is no longer in danger, allowing healing to begin. Inflammation is the root of almost every age-related disease, and this simple daily habit is one of the safest, strongest, most natural anti-inflammatory medicines a senior can use. Main point number 3, it strengthens your blood vessels and prevents dizziness when standing up. One of the biggest fears seniors have is the sudden dizziness that happens when getting out of bed or standing up from a chair. Doctors call it orthostatic hypotension, but seniors simply call it that scary moment when everything spins. Most people blame age, medications, or dehydration. But surprisingly, shallow breathing is one of the biggest hidden causes, and deep diaphragmatic breathing is one of the most powerful solutions. Here's why. When you breathe shallowly, your chest expands only slightly and your diaphragm barely moves. Your blood vessels don't fully contract and relax the way they should. Circulation becomes sluggish, especially in the legs. So when you stand up, blood drops quickly to your lower body and your brain doesn't get enough oxygen for a few seconds. That is the dizziness. Deep breathing changes this completely. When the diaphragm moves fully downward and upward, it works like a pump, helping blood return from the legs back to the heart. This strengthens the muscles of the blood vessels and improves circulation throughout the entire body. Let me tell you about Gerald, a 76-year-old from Colorado. He had been dealing with dizziness every morning for almost 2 years. His wife worried he might fall one day and seriously injure himself. After learning about diaphragmatic breathing from a physical therapist, he practiced it for 10 minutes before getting out of bed. Within 1 week, the dizziness reduced. After 3 weeks, it completely disappeared. Gerald said, "It felt like somebody finally turned the lights back on in my head." Doctors have confirmed that seniors who practice deep breathing have better vascular elasticity, stronger circulation, and lower risk of fainting spells. When blood moves smoothly, the brain receives a consistent flow of oxygen. This is why deep breathing helps seniors feel steady, stable, and safe. If you've ever felt dizzy when standing, remember this: your body may not be failing you. It may simply be craving oxygen and circulation that only deep breathing provides. Main point number 4, it activates your body's natural repair mode and slows down aging. One of the most overlooked benefits of deep breathing is its ability to unlock the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's healing mode. This is the same mode responsible for repairing cells, fighting disease, improving digestion, healing blood vessels, and restoring balance in the body. Most seniors spend their days stuck in the opposite mode, the stress response, without even realizing it. Not because they're anxious, but because shallow breathing constantly signals the body to remain on alert. When the brain thinks the body is in danger, digestion slows, immunity weakens, blood vessels stiffen, and aging accelerates. Deep breathing flips the switch. When you inhale deeply through the nose and allow the belly to expand, the vagus nerve, which runs from the brain to nearly every major organ, becomes activated. This nerve controls healing, inflammation, heart rate, and emotional balance. When it turns on, the body enters restoration mode. A fascinating study from the University of Wisconsin showed that seniors who practice slow breathing for 15 minutes a day produced higher levels of stem cells, the cells responsible for tissue repair, healing, and regeneration. This means deep breathing does not just calm you, it literally helps your body rebuild itself. Let's take the example of Linda, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Florida. She had constant digestive discomfort and poor sleep, and she always felt wired but tired. When a friend from her senior center taught her deep breathing, she tried it with low expectations. Within days, she noticed better sleep. Within a week, her digestion improved. After 2 months, her skin looked healthier and her energy increased. Her doctor said something remarkable: "Your body is finally healing again." This transformation is not rare. Seniors who practice deep, slow breathing daily often report better sleep, improved mood, smoother digestion, reduced anxiety, and a general sense of vitality, not because of magic, but because deep breathing activates the very system designed to restore the human body. When the healing mode is activated daily, the body ages more slowly, cells live longer, inflammation decreases, energy rises, disease risk drops. It is one of the most powerful anti-aging tools nature has ever given us, and it comes from inside your own lungs. Main point number 5, it restores memory by increasing oxygen flow to the hippocampus. If you've ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there, misplaced your keys for the 10th time, or struggled to recall a familiar name, you're not alone. After 60, the brain naturally receives less oxygen than it did during youth. This decrease doesn't cause immediate damage, but it slowly reduces the sharpness of memory attention and mental clarity. Deep daily breathing reverses this by delivering rich oxygen directly to the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for forming and storing memories. Doctors at the Cleveland Clinic discovered that seniors who practiced deep breathing increased blood oxygen levels in the brain by up to 12%. That might sound small, but for the brain, it is huge. Even a 2% increase can significantly improve recall and cognitive function. Let me share the story of James, a 78-year-old former truck driver from Ohio. His family began noticing subtle memory slips. He often paused mid-sentence searching for a word. He sometimes forgot what day it was. His doctor suggested mild cognitive decline, a phrase that frightened him deeply. But James's daughter read about the benefits of deep breathing for the aging brain and encouraged him to try it. He committed to 10 minutes every morning. Within weeks, he felt more mentally awake. He described it as fog lifting from my forehead. After 3 weeks, even his doctor noticed improvement. How is this possible? The hippocampus is extremely sensitive to oxygen levels. When it receives a steady supply of fresh oxygen, it fires more efficiently. Neurons communicate more clearly. New neural pathways form more easily. Memory begins to sharpen. Deep breathing is like turning on a fan in a stuffy room. Suddenly things feel fresh again. The mind brightens. Thoughts move more smoothly. This daily habit doesn't prevent all memory decline, but it strengthens the brain's ability to protect itself and maintain clarity far longer than most seniors expect. If you want your mind to stay sharp, breathing deeply every day is one of the most powerful tools nature has given you. Main point number 6. It reduces the risk of heart disease by calming the heart's electrical rhythm. Heart disease is still the #1 cause of death for people over 60 in the United States. Many seniors believe preventing it requires intense exercise or strict diets. While those help, one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect the heart is through deep, slow breathing. Every inhale and exhale sends signals to your heart. When you breathe shallowly, the heart beats faster and more irregularly. When you breathe deeply, the heart slows down, stabilizes, and becomes more efficient. Doctors call this heart rate variability, and it is one of the strongest indicators of heart health. Higher variability means the heart is flexible, responsive, and resilient, like a well-trained athlete. Lower variability means the heart is stressed, stiff, and unstable, a major predictor of heart attacks and arrhythmias. Deep breathing increases heart rate variability in just 2 minutes. Let me tell you about Helen, a 73-year-old widow from Arizona. She had been dealing with episodes of heart fluttering that frightened her. Her doctor monitored her heart and found mild arrhythmia. Before prescribing medication, he recommended trying deep breathing twice a day. Helen resisted at first. How can breathing help my heart, she thought. But she tried it anyway, sitting in her recliner each morning and evening, breathing slowly into her belly. Within 10 days, the fluttering reduced. Within a month, it almost disappeared. Her cardiologist said her heart rhythm had stabilized significantly and that her resting heart rate had improved. Deep breathing does not replace medical care, but it works alongside it, calming the electrical impulses of the heart, relaxing blood vessels, improving circulation, and reducing the stress hormones that damage arteries over time. It is no coincidence that cultures known for longevity in Japan, Italy, Greece, and rural India emphasize slow, mindful breathing as part of daily life. Their hearts stay calmer longer. This simple daily habit gives your heart what it desperately needs in later years: rhythm, stability, and peace. Final thoughts. You and I have traveled through a remarkable journey today, uncovering one of the most underestimated healing powers inside the human body. And now that we've reached the end, let's take a gentle moment to breathe together and reflect on everything you've learned. Deep, slow, daily diaphragmatic breathing is not a trend or a miracle cure. It is a fundamental biological tool your body has been waiting for you to rediscover. Something you did effortlessly as a child. Something your body depended on during your youth. Something nature designed you to use every single day. But as life became busier, faster, and more stressful, this natural habit faded. Your breathing grew shallower. Your body stayed in alert mode. Your brain received less oxygen. Your blood vessels stiffened. Your nervous system never fully relaxed. And your cells slowly stopped repairing themselves. The beautiful truth is this: your body did not forget how to heal, it just needed the signal to begin again. We started by learning how deep breathing cleans your brain, the same way a gentle river washes away debris, restoring clarity, focus, and mental sharpness. Seniors like Richard, who once felt their memory slipping away, discovered that within days of practicing this habit, their minds felt brighter and clearer. Then we uncovered how deep breathing reduces the hidden inflammation that fuels cancer, arthritis, heart disease, and dozens of age-related illnesses. Seniors like Maria experienced dramatic improvements in joint pain and fatigue simply by calming the internal fire through intentional breathing. We explored how this habit strengthens your blood vessels and prevents dizziness, one of the most dangerous symptoms for seniors, by improving the natural pumping action of the diaphragm and helping the heart circulate blood more effectively. Gerald's story showed how a few minutes of breathing before standing up can change an entire day. After that, we learned how deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's healing mode, allowing digestion, immunity, circulation, and cellular repair to function the way they were designed to. Linda, who struggled for years with digestive discomfort and poor sleep, discovered that her body responded almost immediately once she activated this healing system again. Next, we looked at how this habit restores memory by feeding the hippocampus with rich oxygen, helping seniors like James sharpen their thinking and improve recall. His story reminded us that the brain can still grow, adapt, and strengthen even in the late 70s. And finally, we explored how deep breathing protects the heart by calming its electrical rhythm and increasing heart rate variability, one of the strongest indicators of longevity. Helen's experience showed that even mild arrhythmias can become more stable when the body receives the oxygen and relaxation it needs. Every point leads to the same powerful conclusion. If you breathe deeply and intentionally every day, your body will begin healing in ways most seniors never expect. 90% of diseases after 60 come from stress, inflammation, poor circulation, reduced oxygen, and weakened cellular repair. Deep breathing directly addresses all of these. It is the foundation of longevity, the anchor of health, and one of the greatest gifts nature has ever given us. And remember, this habit costs nothing. It requires no equipment. You can practice it in bed, in a chair, during a walk, or while watching this very video. Your body still wants to heal, your brain still wants to stay sharp, your heart still wants to beat smoothly, your cells still want to regenerate. All you have to do is breathe the way you were always meant to breathe. Before we end, I want to ask you something. If today's lesson inspired you, please take a moment to comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe to Senior Ways. Your support helps us reach more seniors across the United States who deserve to live healthier, happier, and longer lives. And I'd love to hear from you. How many minutes a day can you commit to deep breathing? 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Your commitment today could be the beginning of a healthier tomorrow. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take a deep breath. And remember, healing begins with something as simple as oxygen. I'll see you in the next video, my friend.